going on here, officer?
Oh, which one you want to know about? No, this one was just about prison reform.
How do you get to look so pimp as an officer? How'd you graduate out of the blue?
24 years, trying to stay safe, a lot of prayers, and a little bit of paperwork.
Okay. So what are these guys saying here?
So it's prison reform.
Prison reform?
Improvements in the prisons. Prisons should have the necessities of humanity.
Yeah, you know, I could make a pretty good argument that a lot of the situations are, cruel and unusual that some of the people are going through, especially solitary confinement. I think that's just inherently cruel and unusual. You know, it's not even human. Human beings need to be social. You know, we're social creatures, so I think it's kind of messed up. And plus, the entire war on drugs is unconstitutional. You know, we got a prohibitional amendment to outlaw alcohol, but we never did that with drugs. And then a lot of these people are going to jail because of non-violent drug charges. I mean, George Washington himself grew hemp. Nobody here would, I bet you people would throw him in jail or anything. Anyways, man, I appreciate you. What's your name?
Officer Williams.
Do you have a badge?
Yeah, 5410.
Thank you, man. Let me ask you one more question. The Third Amendment, do you know it?
Not all of it.
Okay, I appreciate your candor and honesty. You have a great day. Be safe out there, dude.
Same now.
How's it going, gentlemen? Good. What's up with the patch? The patch.
That's civil affairs.
So what do you guys get to like kind of like dress down a little bit and interact with the public? What's your job entail?
I wouldn't call it dressed down.
Well, dressed up. Sorry. Dressed up. You're right.
This is the time.
Yeah.
This is uniform.
And do you guys just strictly monitor the city hall?
No.
No?
Citywide.
Do you like
We're a specialized unit in the Philadelphia Police.
And what's your task? What are you tasked with?
Deal with protest demonstrations.
And to make sure they go off without a hitch?
What we do is we ensure that if you're having a protest or an event, that we make sure that you're safe, and anybody that opposes against you that may disagree with what you have, we keep both parties safe.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So how do you guys keep abreast, like social media and stuff? How do you guys know about the protests and gatherings?
Just to say that an event like this, I have a permit. We're notified through our department.
Do you think groups should have to get a permit to protest?
I'm Sergeant Watson.
I'm Fake Mike. Fake Mike.
Mm-hmm.
Fake Mike.
Fake Mike.
Yeah, from Fake Mike, Real News. Yeah. Do you think people should have to get a purpose?
Part of this event?
Well, I do definitely agree that we need some prison reform. As I was speaking to this other gentleman, I mean, we had to get a constitutional amendment to outlaw alcohol. We didn't do that with drugs, right? Drugs is no victim, no crime. You know, we took that directly from the United Nations and Richard Nixon's raised his head. And now we have millions of mostly disproportionately so-called minorities that are in jail. Meanwhile, George Washington grows hemp, and now they're starting cannabis shops all over the country while people are still rotting in jail. I also believe solitary confinement is also a form of torture as well, and would be against the cruel and unusual punishment. So, but I just want to make sure, you know, I'm out here in Philly, you know, the Constitution is what's upheld, right? You know, that's supposedly the thing that makes us better than other countries, is because we have that Bill of Rights and Freedom. So I appreciate you guys talking to me.
Affairs, we ensure that everyone exercises their constitutional right without anyone causing them any harm or disturbing them.
But I guarantee you, if I had a gun right here, open carrying, you'd arrest me.
Really?
Yeah, wouldn't you? Are you allowed to open carry in Philly? I don't know. Honestly, I'm not open carrying, but are you allowed to open carry in Philly?
Do you know that?
No, I don't know. That's what I'm asking you.
You have a permit?
No. I don't even have a weapon on me right now, besides these abs.
People that have permits can carry weapons.
And I think that's funny too, right? Because whenever you're asking for a permit or permission or a license, you're asking the government permission for something you don't already have the right to do. We have the right to bear arms that shall not be infringed, but people get locked up for drugs and illegal guns all the time. I mean, every single one of the guns during the Revolutionary War was an illegal gun.
Permit to carry, you're not having a legal gun. You're not
No, I know, but that's the whole point. Like, people get arrested in Philadelphia and cities across the country every day. Again, most of those are disproportionately minority places too, like Chicago, DC. And what happens? They deem certain guns illegal. It's very straightforward. It's the most straightforward. Shall not be infringed. No, I know, but the thing is, in the Constitution, the Supremacy Clause, as well was elaborated in Marbury versus Madison Supreme Court in 1803, that anything that's repugnant to the Constitution is automatically null and void. The reason we wrote these rights is because that's our right. It says shall not be infringed. It's like, well, I mean, maybe if this guy has a possible domestic, or yeah, maybe that's a little too big of a gun. You know what I'm saying? No, from all over.
You'll see.
I've been to Philly before.
Yeah, but you'll see how open and friendly Philadelphia is when it comes to people exercising their rights.
I appreciate it, man. That's a good thing. Yeah, actually, because that's what this should be about.
And that's why civil affairs. That's why we are here. And they'll tell you, civil affairs is here on location for any time, any protest, any event. Our number one priority is to ensure that they're safe.
Good. Well, that's how it should be. I definitely hope. I mean, it's unfortunate that we need kind of like babysitters to come make sure, but we are living in this hyper-partisan world, and I do understand that.
I wouldn't call the police babysitters.
For a protest, I mean, I
wouldn't call the police babysitters.
No, I'm.
And if you feel as though you don't need police, then take the police out of any city.
Sure.
See what happens.
Well, actually, it's.
Are you going to be able to protect them? You going to put your life on the line to protect another person?
Yeah.
Are you going to put your life on the line to protect everyone here? Everyone over here? These people over here, them people in there, are you going to put your life on the line to protect them?
I'll put my life on the line to protect myself and my loved ones.
Yourself.
The reason
police don't look at just themselves. They look at everybody.
That's true. Respectfully,
it's not an easy job, though.
Oh,
right?
I never said it was an easy job, and I'm not trying to demean you whatsoever.
Oh, you're not. You just
No, trust me, because. Oh no, trust me, because honestly, I've dealt with literally thousands of cops, and you have a very chill, humble demeanor.
When you say babysitters,
let me explain why I say that, sir.
No, but we don't look at it as babysitting. We ensure that they're safe.
True.
And we don't infringe. We don't go in and interrupt.
Good.
We stay on the outside.
It's kind of like.
And monitor.
I know, and that's kind of Gestapo-like. You're having the government monitor all political activity. That's the reason that's a little bit interesting to me. But if you were to take away the police, right? Here's how I look at it, right? Let's just say I was on the other side of the block where there's no cops, right? Or I was in my crib, right? And there's a bunch of goons coming outside, right? I can call you guys and you guys will show up, right? Or I could just use the Second Amendment and blow their face off and kill them because they're stepping on my property. Meanwhile, what happens is...
Define your property. Because if you're talking about a city sidewalk, that's not your property.
True. I'm using the second example. What's everybody's...
So they have a right to walk on it.
True. Oh, yeah. True. Yeah, absolutely agree. If it's in my house, if they step in my house, or if someone has come out of nowhere, let's just say a random dude or girl or whoever came out of nowhere, start beating on me, I have the right to defend myself, sure. But then, too, there was a recent study done which surveyed over 50 years of police's own data. And it came to the conclusion that police only solve 2% of major crimes. So that, combined with the fact that most officers, and not just officers, I'm talking about almost every rung of government, from the top to the bottom, they fundamentally don't know the Constitution. Most of them haven't read the Constitution, and that's why we don't have these rights anymore. And then we prove that with the pandemic, or even before that, when they can take your rights away, you never had those rights. Those are privileges in the first place. So I just want to make sure that over the years, things have become conflated and government bureaucracy has went out. I just want to make sure that people understand what's going on. They should be knowing. What do you mean?
What did you see just now? What did you see out here?
I just came over here. That's why I was just checking it out. I just came over here.
You just came over?
Just, yeah. I came over here from across the street.
What you're doing is you're sitting up here swimming and you just got here. You should have been here earlier when you would have saw that they peacefully was able to have their protest without anyone causing them any harm or any interruption.
But don't you think we shouldn't even need cops to have us here just to make sure it wouldn't go off with a hitch?
Let's shake hands and agree to disagree.
All right. Let me just state one more thing. And thank you very much for talking to me today, sir. Appreciate you.
Definitely.
What I would prefer to see as a taxpayer, I would prefer to see, instead of having all these gentlemen here, I would say, you know what? What was your name again, sir?
Define all what gentlemen? All who?
Are those gentlemen with you too, and that gentleman over there?
Yeah, they're officers that work in civil.
Yeah. So ideally,
call us doing our job.
No, I agree, right? But well, actually, what they hired you to do is up.
You're in action right now, right?
Yeah.
What's up? How you been?
Yo, they fucked you up. They fucked them dude over with that. They fucked them. That was bad.
All right, take care.
What I would say is, especially for the victims' families, Philadelphia has a ton of cold cases. I would say have maybe a unit to respond if a protest is going to be really big or getting out of control. And if not, promote you gentlemen to detectives and have you start working on the cold cases so the families can kind of, and there's a ton of untested rape kits too.
So basically what you're saying is no one is working on cold cases. That's what you're saying?
I would say that
you know that for a fact?
No, I'm not saying that at all. That would be putting words in my mouth. What I'm saying, let me tell you. I'm just saying. I mean, I've been to Philadelphia many times, and one of the things that I notice, one of the things I notice. Hear me out. That's not my point, though. You can't dissect my point unless you hear me. That's right. I'm a visitor, right?
So you can't sit up there and say that you know something when
I'm not saying I'm not
You're basically passing through. You're not.
No. Right? It's not where you're from, it's where you're at. I know you know Rakim, right? All right? Rakim is the greatest of all time. Look, the thing is, instead of having these people here, I'm not saying there's nobody working on cold cases.
Rakim is the greatest of all time?
MC.
So you excluding all the other MC?
In my opinion, he's the best. He took scientific rap and completely changed it. You know what I'm saying? He took rap. He made rap more than just about I mean, Melly Mel did that with The Message, but they took it.
So what happened to DMX?
DMX?
What happened to KRS-One?
I was going to say KRS-One.
KRS-One definitely, not only is just a rapper, but if you want to battle.
I know. He's got a new track right now on Method Man's new album with Redman. He got a brand new track. Just check it out.
And he got a single that's out.
Yeah, he got a brand new single that's out. I seen the video. All right, man. I'm going to let you guys go. I appreciate you. God bless you.
Good. What's your name again?
My name is Fake Mike. You can check me out on YouTube, Fake Mike.
I was about to ask you. Do you got a say?
I do YouTube. Yeah. I've interviewed Martin Luther King Jr.'s niece, the last interview with John McAfee, you know what I'm saying? I do police accountability. I've confronted the Bidens several times. I confronted the Clintons about Epstein to their face before people even knew who Epstein was. I do a lot of confrontations. I just like to see what's going on.
Fake Mike, what I want to say to you, too, is one of the things I want you to definitely know about Civil Affairs, we definitely do take pride in what we do. And when it comes to talking to the people, we definitely enjoy it and welcome it.
Well, I appreciate it, man. You're good. You're good with your words, and you're a humble person, man. So I appreciate you. God bless you.